All right, this is Mr. Walk That Walk. We are here for another episode of Can You Connect? And this discussion will be on trust versus mistrust. So we're going to be starting off with talking about caregivers who are the first teachers of love. Since they are, they teach their babies how to love. So in the beginning, if a caregiver is loving and attentive, that helps the baby be happy and healthy and builds trust, And if the caregiver responds back to the baby with being sensitive, being patient, being kind, it helps the baby build a secure attachment. And since the baby's able to have a secure attachment, it's able to be playful, social, confident, and explore the world around them. However, if the caregivers who were unavailable or responded inconsistently, or they were angry or dismissive, this could create a insecure attachment. And the babies learn that they cannot trust other people. And this will lead the baby feeling threatened when alone, and often crying, being clingy, to try to reestablish that relationship with their caregiver. And inconsistent caregivers have, babies who are anxious, that cry often and panic when the caregiver leaves. Avoidant babies, avoidant babies are from caregivers who are uncomfortable with holding or hugging them, and they tend to the caregiver will tend to force the separation from the baby. Um, so these are all the other attachments that you probably don't want to have with your child. And these attachments will manifest in about 9 months. However, it's possible for the attachment style to change, over time due to progress, due to healing and improvement. And, I'll give some examples of myself since I grew up in a household, with my family that was positive. I was able to be happy, I was able to be healthy, and I was able to, you know, build that trust with my parents and my family. And that makes it, that made it easier for me to build relationships with other people, whether it be friends, whether it be, um, a spouse or a partner. That makes it, I don't feel a lot of mistrust when it comes to building a relationship with someone. However, and when I do face mistrust, and that's usually due to my experiences that I had with white people. So those type of experiences with them, you know, built mistrust. So those negative experiences built mistrust. Due to that, and our experiences, our social media, and historical trauma, those types of things build mistrust for Black people towards white people. So, I wanted to give an example of trust, and I want to give an example of mistrust. So that will be it for today. That is our session. That is the lesson for today, is trust and mistrust. So now, of course, we want to talk about supporting, you know, but first I'll start with Black men. Please always give tips. For this session, this video, this could be, please, Black men, focus on your hygiene. Please focus on, making sure you do the right things for yourself so you smell right. And please continue to support Black women and protect them, and, of course, show love to dark skinned women. And speaking of support, I'm going to put a restaurant in the description. It's a Jamaican restaurant. It's called Andrea's. It's in DC. So please check that out. They make pretty good food. I enjoy it, when I go there and stop by. Other than that, of course, I'm also here to provide couples and individual therapy. More so individuals that want to prepare to get in a relationship. Thus far, I can only provide that in the state of Maryland. However, if you're struggling with bad habits, I do provide behavior health, and I could do that throughout the US. So all of that will be plugged in. And yeah, please support. Have a good rest of the day. And thank you for listening.
Our lives are life.